Morning, everyone. Today I'm going to be hiking over the 12-mile range, which is a mountain range that's to the west of Breckenridge and home of many of the ski resorts that make Breckenridge famous. And should be some really beautiful scenery. I have a beautiful day here. It's totally sunny right now, and at the top of the mountain range should have some great views of some other 14ers. So enjoy the scenery. I'm starting to get into the real alpine terrain here. The trail's going to go above tree line, and this is the terrain that I really love. This is what I think about all the time and keeps me coming back. I'm walking through the woods most of the time, but the relatively brief moments I get to spend above tree line and just out here in the mountains and enjoying the beautiful views, the panoramic vistas, it's really an incredible experience. So it makes all the work worth it. I'm sucking air a little bit. It's still getting used to the altitude. I'm probably around 11,000 feet right now, but this is a beautiful place. All right, I made it up to the top of the 10-mile range here. I think I misspoke earlier and called it the 12-mile range, but that was a tough climb. This is the first time the Colorado Trail is over 12,000 feet, and I am for sure feeling the elevation. This is the kind of terrain that you want to get up and over before noon, and right now there's really not much of a chance of a thunderstorm this afternoon, and it's not even 11 o'clock yet, so I'm good for today. But that could become more of a factor later in the trail when the monsoon starts in July and the trail is above tree line. Morning, everyone. It's another day on the trail and another high pass to go over. Today it's Kokomo Pass, which again is over 12,000 feet, and getting a bit of an early start today. I have 7 miles to get up and over that and then back to tree line. So again, not many thunderstorms in the forecast, but just to be on the safe side, it's a little bit after 7 o'clock, so I should have plenty of time. Finishing up my matcha here, and thought I'd show you something that happened last night. Some animal chewed through my hiking stick grip, and I'm thinking it was probably a porcupine. That's happened to me before. It's actually kind of a funny story. The first time that I camped in grizzly country, I was in Teton National Park, and I was like terrified. And so in the middle of the night, I hear something like rustling around my tent, and I'm of course imagining a grizzly bear being right there. And I finally work up the courage to go outside and look at what it was, and a porcupine was chewing on my shoe. So they like to chew on things. It might have been something else. That's pretty unusual, though. This almost never happens to me. And then in the morning, I had my big like Ziploc food bag, and something was crawling around on there, and I looked over. I think it was a squirrel. So that almost never happens. So I don't know what was going on. I was camped next to a little tiny stream, and there was also like a bunny rabbit hopping around at night, which again was kind of rare. So maybe it was just a popular wildlife spot. But thanks for I'm starting to get some comments coming in, and thank you to David for asking about the bears out here. I have not seen any bear sign, and in my 2021 hike, I didn't see any bears the entire time. So I guess there's bears out here in Colorado, but they must be pretty scarce or just not up in the mountains or something. There's like a legend that there's some grizzly bears in the San Juan Mountains, but I don't know about that. But that was one of the things I was worried about before I started getting into backpacking, and realistically, most of the time, it's mostly just rodents getting into food or mosquitoes biting. But other than that, I don't really get bothered by animals. But this this was something. So not a critical amount of damage, but a little souvenir from the trail. One of the cool things about hiking up in this alpine terrain is you get to the headwaters of a lot of big rivers. Actually, in the southern part of the trail goes past the headwaters of the Rio Grande River. And so I just passed the headwaters of Searle Creek, which becomes a pretty big creek down there, but up here it's just a little trickle, and you know, you can see the snowbanks that the water comes from. So it's really cool. I kind of feel like I'm getting to see the source of everything, and it's like everything's revealed, you know, you get to see the whole thing from start to finish. So it's just rocks up here, you know, so it's like you're getting back to the bare elements of the earth, and it's a pretty cool experience. The Colorado Trail is really known for its wildflowers, and they are out right now. All right, I made it here to Kokomo Pass, and it's going to be pretty much downhill from here today. Oh, hey. You might have noticed that I'm eating an apple here and wondered how I got an apple out here in the wilderness. So how I got this apple is trail magic. And trail magic is when some unexpected good thing happens that helps you on your hike. And I just hiked through the Camp Hale trailhead, and a couple asked me if I was hiking the Colorado Trail, and they gave me an apple. So that was really nice. So you get to see the best side of people when you're out here, and you're kind of in a position of need a lot of the time. So that's really cool. That pretty much wraps it up for this section from Breckenridge to Leadville. I have about 4 miles left tomorrow morning to Tennessee Pass, which is where I'm going to hitchhike into Leadville and spend the night. So I hope you enjoyed that scenery. I really enjoyed the hiking in that section. And in Leadville, I'm going to do a little thing about through hiking logistics and food resupplies and trail towns and all that. So stay tuned for that, and I'll talk to you later.